He is now lighting up international cricket. Here we go. Oh, straight ball right on the helmet. And we've now got the players quite rightly making sure he's okay.
It's shaking him up, no doubt about that. And if someone should get hold of him, just need to take a bit of time. I think that's what the umpires are doing. You should take that helmet back off and just have a bit of a look at it. Certainly, I'm not exactly sure what part of the helmet it hit, but quite often those helmets, when they hit, they crack and they're not as strong. So it'd be worthwhile just checking that out.
And I'll tell you what, he was showing the bravado there, Virat Kohli. You see him with his hand, just come on, let's get on with the game. The umpires were giving him the opportunity to take a bit more time. Mitchell Johnson was up there very quickly, making sure he was okay. And you can see when he walks away, Mitchell Johnson, he was visibly upset. But then when the umpires went down to Kohli, you can see there he's visibly upset. The umpires tried to give Kohli extra time. He did.
Here we go, Johnson. Oh, there's a start. There's a lovely start after lunch. Forward to the skipper.
Yep, he's the juice, this bloke. He can really play. He's had a look at a half volley and he's just pounded it through extra cover. If he spends 2 or 3 hours at the crease, A, India will score and score quickly, but B, everyone watching will be really entertained.
Well, the curry that he had for lunch agreed with him. It's worked a treat. Oh, to play the hook shot.
Oh, that's 4. You get onto the pads of Virat Kohli, puts you away.
Yep, all day long. No protection on the mid-wicket boundary, and that is fruit for the sideboard as far as this man's concerned. He's been brought up playing this shot, and that's just pounded through that mid-wicket area. It's actually going to hit sort of middle and leg, but it doesn't matter. On a good pitch, he'll pick you off. Interesting that Pat Cummins is at mid-on. Michael Clark's off the field at the moment. We hear that he'll be back at the end of this over, so not a big spell off the ground for the captain, but at the moment he ain't out there.
That's through. That's beaten all those men in that slips cordon and raced away for 4 more.
It was a very deft little shot. He's done extremely well to find that gap, because there wasn't much gap between. There was only really the normal gap between slip fielders. It is slip and gully, and they both hesitated a bit. But he's done well to find the gap. Not sure that that's the way Mitchell Johnson sees it.
Line stays over the wicket. Touch short. There's no fielder there. The partnership 64. And that's the danger. He's bowling so nicely that if it gets too short, that area is exposed. He waits. He now knows that's short enough to play the cut shot. Getting in and out of your over.
It's quite difficult out there. The pitch is very evenly paced. And the batsmen have been able to play their strokes, thread it through with great skill by Virat Kohli.
He's a very, very good player. And this is a very, very good surface to bat on. So put those two together. And big red flashing danger signs for Australia. One of the things I love about the way Virat Kohli plays is he doesn't try and overhit the ball. He just massages it into gaps, which all the...
Well, if it's a half volley at leg stump, there's few men in the history of the game who put it away better than Virat Kohli. 2 for 192.
Play first up after tea. Just 2 men on the left of screen. And does he pierce it? He does. He gets it through the gap just forward a point, and that's Kohli's first 50 of the summer.
Yeah, well played, Kohli. Fantastic batting performance, especially after he came in first ball, got bumped. Got a nasty one on the helmet. He's got through that. He's continued beautifully. 50 off just 86 balls, 6 fours. Very, very well composed 50.
He talked with great enthusiasm to Mark Taylor.
For the short balls. He starts with a rank long hop. He's put away. Coley doesn't miss out.
And an unusual shot. What Coley's done is have a good look at the field, which is well set by Michael Clark. Spotted where there's a boundary gap. And hit a kind of flat bat, almost a topspin forehand drive by a...
Yeah, just back to that's a great shot from Virat Kohli. Super shot, straight down the ground. It might be worth now is a good time to change it up. I think you don't want to stay around the wicket too long, the same as you don't want to stay over the wicket too long. You want to mix it up, especially if there's not much happening. If you're taking wickets and you're all over the batter, then you don't want to change anything. You just want to bowl the same stuff. But when it's not quite happening, even though you're bowling well, just a change of angle can work it out. And just...
4 fours in his first 3 overs today, and there's another one. Just over pitching, and Kohli jumps all over it.
Yeah, that's Kohli moving nicely into that well-controlled stroke. It can work for Mitchell Johnson. If Kohli gets going with a couple of deliveries, he feels like, yeah, this second new ball, overrated. I'm going to put it to the fence. It might just work in favour of Mitchell Johnson. He needs to set himself a bowling plan in the next couple of overs.
Yep, Johnson's really upset about that. He knows.
Oh, that's a better shot. That's the best of the lot, I reckon. He's hit that on top of the bounce, and that's 4.
Yeah, Johnson needs to fire up. There's no time to get yourself settled with ball in hand. He's got to be up to pace, and he's got to be nasty at the moment. These are sitting up beautifully for a man in form. Kohli, look at the class act.
We talk about timing. Get your VCR, tape that, play it back to the kids. If they still sell them.
Yeah, it's batting. That is just class batting, and that man knows it. He knows class when he sees it because he... Oh, look at that. Pick the bones out of that. That is smashed away.
This guy can play. He really can, and he's got his best test match cricket to come. He got the debut 100, or not debut, the maiden test match century here at this very oval. He loves batting out there. And he moved into position so quickly. Mitchell Johnson's only got one choice here. He has got to fire up. He really has to find that pace. And if he's going to bowl the short one, make sure he bowls it.
Down breeze.
Oh, it's over-pitched. That's a big gap. And that is beautiful timing. Second test match 100 in Australia, both at Adelaide. Exactly what the Australian public need to see. A lot of Kohli.
What a way to go to 100. Crispest stroke